everybody. Welcome back to where we look at all the weird and wonderful tweets that have been going on X today, specifically from the delusional Arsenal lot, our own fan base betraying us yet again and making us lot look like mugs. Normal Arsenal fans look like total mugs. The first one we're going to look at today is this guy, North Bank Nadim. Now, the name Nadim, for a start, is way too close to Naeem for my liking. If you know, you know. If you don't know, look up Naeem, N-A-Y-I-M, Arsenal, and just be glad you didn't experience that live, because I did, and it was pretty horrendous. In fact, it's one of my worst Arsenal memories still to this day. 1995 the year was, and it was horrific, and it was just one of the most brutal ways to lose a game, let alone that level of game, a European final. Anyway, this guy North Bank, let's read his tweet. Quote, this is, by the way, I'll preface this is about, in case you can't see it, this is about the Gabriel push or non-push, whatever. He said, this guy, don't be stupid. You and your lot, e.g. Spurs, you and your lot had zero complaints when Son won a penalty for Cedric's push. He went down like he'd been shot. All clubs do it. All players do it. Week in, week out. Right, fine then. But don't back it. Don't make excuses. Call it out. It's so, it's all very well and good saying all clubs do it. Right, yeah, fine, all clubs do it. But then call it out. Don't justify it. And that's the problem I have. This is why I brought this tweet. It's not so much of a delusional tweet as such, but it's just kind of weird that people are so afraid to call it out. They're so afraid to go against the club. The reason they're so afraid to go against the club is because they want the views, and they know that being positive, relentlessly positive about Arsenal is what gets you views online. It's a complete misunderstanding and fabrication that to get views you're negative. This is not what happens. Unless you're a big account already, you're not going to get a lot of views, a lot of traction, a lot of progression in your channel just because you're negative. That's just not going to happen. You're not going to attract the people. If you've already got a big account, cool, it'll be all right for you. But look at this guy. In Mikel we trust. I just want to let that lie there for a second. In Mikel we trust. Why? What has made you trust him? Seriously. I'm leaving some air there because I'm like, why? What actually has happened that you trust him? You trust him to, what? Finish second? Come on, man. Speaking of second, here we have, at number 2, a return, because I think he was on yesterday's show, of Mo underscore Arsenal 9. Come back again with another little doozy. Quote, Darren England has been appointed as the referee for Sunday's home match against Chelsea. VAR, John Brooks, capital letters. Why are we getting the worst officials in our match? Yeah, so, newsflash, all of them are shit. There are some good refs, some good ref performances. They are exceptions to the rule. Exceptions don't disprove the rule, young Mo. Why are we getting the worst officials in our match? And you know what that is. And this is why it's really got my goat, and this is why it's in at number 2. Making excuses, pre-excuses for if we lose. He's getting it in there so he can then turn round on Sunday evening after the game and point to a refereeing decision and then retweet himself and say, look, I told you so. I'm such a Nostradamus. Nostradamus says, I told you so. Absolute nonsense. How about watch the game, see what happens? How about we play well enough to not have to worry about refereeing decisions, as all teams have to deal with? We've seen enough. You just need to watch. Do these people even watch other games? Do you think these people even watch other games? Look at this guy, Gunners Extra. The Premier League are doing everything to get us sent back to number 2, he said. I mean, literally, the Premier League came out in a video yesterday that was doing the rounds saying that they want different winners. So how does that jive? How does that match up? Premier League are doing everything to get us sent back to number 2 means that Man City will win. But the Premier League have just come out and said they want different winners. So that's the complete opposite of what the Premier League have said. Unless you want to argue that they're just chatting nonsense and they've got Man City in their pocket and they have to come out and do a bit of PR. That's possible, I suppose. But I think more likely is the Premier League just want to keep interest going by making it varied. That in of itself is a worry. I don't want Arsenal to be winning a league because we're getting favouritism from the Premier League because they want a bit of variety. That is also absolutely ridiculous. This guy Mo has 21.6k followers, you know. It's kind of peak, isn't it, when you see this sort of stuff? You've got lots of people who are egged on by this and egging him on. And there's just, again, a lack of accountability shown to both the manager and the players. Although, of course, now what we get is it's the players' fault. The players aren't executing what the manager says. So forever the manager should stay, obviously, because, well, we just need to find a system of players we just need to find a set of players who will play his system properly. That's the level of intellect that you're dealing with some of these people. And like this guy is saying here, he's the worst referee in the league. Excuses, excuses. But now, scroll up. Now, here we have the numero uno for the day. This gay, I don't know if he's gay. My bad. Freudian slip, perhaps. But this guy, RK, God, I can't bring myself to even say this. If you can't see it, he's got a little meme of Arteta and Berta hugging each other, and for him, that has indicated that Arteta is getting a 5-year extension, because his tweet is simply, yeah, that 5-year extension is coming. The reason this is number one, and absolutely by far, can you imagine 5 more years of this? 5-year extension, not even like a 2-year extension. 5 fucking years. That's 2031, people, by the way. In fact, no, that's 2032, because it would be an extension from next year, which is his last year. So it'd be 2032. Imagine another 5 years of second place, another 5 years of decimating this team with injury. I tell you what, in 2032, we will have none of these players playing, because they'll all be completely fucked, or actually dead, or unable to walk and in wheelchairs. It is absolutely frightening, and that may sound mean, but it's not far from the truth already. So this is why it's number one, because it's just haunting, I think is the word. It's the haunting spectre of Arteta for another 5 years. And that's a hell of a haunting spectre. I mean, look at some of these comments. Unfortunately, do you know what it is as well about this? Unfortunately, there may be a bit of truth in it. That's, I think, what worries me. He said there in the little reply he's put, I think it's already on the table. It may well be. Arsenal have done this before. Arsenal have done this before, where they've kept contract negotiations under wraps. They've kept it all on the down low, and then they've released it later on. Something like the Saka is a classic example. They timed the release after a dodgy period just to buzz the fans back up again with a bit of PR. The Saka contract was probably done months ago, weeks ago. It was not done just a couple of weeks ago. It was probably done I don't know exactly. Obviously, I don't have the actual factual information. But clubs set these things up, they line these things up so they can strategically drop them throughout the season. And my point with this is the reason that we haven't heard anything about Arteta's contract, despite the fact he only has 1 year left on his contract, which would usually indicate you'd hear some noise about it, what's happening with it. It may well be that this is all sorted out, they're just getting ready to drop it. I can only hope that if that is the case, then they're kind of waiting on the outcome of this season to potentially change their minds. I can only hope that that's the case. I think that is the best case scenario, because otherwise, honestly, if they give this guy a 5-year extension and we don't win anything this season, I don't know what I'll do. I honestly don't know what I'll do. I think I'll move to Seville. I will literally move to Seville and become a full-time Betis fan, because it's just absolutely jarring. Imagine that, 5 more fucking years. And for putting that energy out into the universe, RK, you have won it today, man. You get gold place. I'm out of here. Peace.